Good morning, fourth grade boys and girls. This is Mrs. Brewster with a final science lesson for you guys. We talked in the last couple weeks about animal and plant cells and the 6 kingdoms that scientists classify all living things by. We've been learning about living things. We've learned about bacteria, archaea, fungi, protists, animals and plants. We're going to be talking today about much more specifically about the immune system and cells involved in your own human immune systems. There was a video before this video, so first pause this and go back, and if you haven't watched the immune system explained video already, then you need to go back and do that. And if you have, then let's continue. It went over a lot of information in that video. We're going to kind of break it down. We have 3 lines of defense. The first line of defense is your body itself, specifically your skin and your skin cells. They make up the largest organ in your body, covers your entire body, protects it, keeps it safe. It can get broken, which is why we'd have another couple lines of defense. When we get cut or scraped or things get in through our nose, we have mucous membrane linings in our nose. If things get through our mouth, we have stomach acid to kill things in our stomach. We also have mucus linings in our esophagus and in our trachea, as well as intestines. And throughout all of those systems really that can technically become exposed to the outside, they have different ways of defending themselves. We talked about gut bacteria in the previous video and how some of those gut bacteria are really good and helpful and kill the bad bacteria that get into your gut by things that you eat. And so that's another line of defense. As you can see, and what I want you to really get out of this lesson on your immune system is that the Lord has given you an amazing system to be able to fight off diseases and different things that attack your body. And your body is constantly defending itself and doing an amazing job at that. And that we need to take care of that. We need to take care of that immune system. Make sure we are taking care of that gift that God's given us. And so what happens if it gets past this first line of defense? You get a cut, or it gets through your lining of your intestines. Let's say a virus or bacteria get in, or a toxin or a fungi, lots of things. Anyway, let's say something gets in, a pathogen. They're all called pathogens. Once they get into your body and they're not supposed to be there, those little microorganisms, one-celled organisms, and other different things, viruses and things, are called pathogens. So what happens? Your white blood cells happen. What are your white blood cells? Well, there's several different kinds. And as you saw from the video, there's more than we're going to go over today. And we're going to narrow in on a few really important ones today. The phagocytes are the main ones that attack first. And there's 2 different types of those. There's the neutrophils and the macrophages. And the neutrophils, they attack, and when they swallow a virus or a bacteria, they pretty much die immediately. They can only take care of one bug at a time and turn into pus. So when you have a buildup of pus, that's the neutrophils that have attacked bacteria trying to get in. There's also the macrophages. They're a lot stronger. And as you can see, I put in a cartoon, which is probably distracting you at the moment, but it's basically a macrophage, a white blood cell that is attacking and eating, because they literally eat these pathogens that invade. So you want to infect stuff over there? You are not welcome here. Huh? Ah, you are not welcome here. Says who? You are not welcome here. Shriek. Ah. You are not welcome here. Ha So yeah, the natural killer cells do the same thing. That is actually their name. It's really cool. The scientists decided to be cool and come up with a cool name instead of a weird one. So we have natural killer cells. They patrol the body and kill your infected cells. So they don't just swallow the viruses and the bacteria like a macrophage. These natural killer cells are different. They actually kill the cell that's infected. And that way, any viruses that are in those cells usually either die or are exposed to macrophages that will then eat them and kill them. So yeah, quite a battle going on in your bodies when you're dealing with this. A lot of these things will cause inflammation, which is when your skin becomes red, swollen, and maybe a little warm. If you have a more major viral or bacterial infection, you can gain a fever, and that's when your body heats up and gets real hot to burn away the viruses and bacteria and the things that are invading your body. So a fever is not necessarily a bad thing. It is your body's way of defending itself. You don't want it to get too high. It can cause problems if you have a really high fever for a long time. But a more minor fever, a short fever, is the body's natural way of killing off something that is attacking your body. If it still isn't working, you've gone through the first and second line of defense, there is the third line of defense. This one is my favorite. It's really cool. It's like the brain within your body that's not your brain. It's like how your white blood cells, certain types of white blood cells, can learn and study a virus so that you will never get that again. So you have lymphocytes, and the lymphocytes go around studying certain types of viruses and bacteria that are infecting the body. They learn about them, and then they go back to your lymph nodes, and they create, and they help your body to create antibodies that specifically attach to that specific virus or bacteria that's invading you, so that your body can better attack and kill that particular virus. And so they make antibodies, and the antibodies attach to the virus, and then the T cells come and they attack those specific targeted viruses that have the antibodies attached to it and kill them. And then they create memory T cells and memory B cells. And what those do is they remember that specific virus or bacteria that affected you and how to fight it off for the next time. So, for example, if you get chickenpox one time, you won't get it again. It might come back as shingles, but you won't actually get chickenpox again. Or if you get mumps one time, you will probably never get it again because your body has literally learned from these cells how to fight it off and how to fight it off really quickly. And that's where vaccines come into play, because vaccines are how scientists, when scientists discovered this, they realized that they can put just a very, very, very small amount of a disease into your body through a vaccine, and then your body will learn how to create a memory T cell or B cell and specific antibodies to attack that certain virus, so that if you were to be actually exposed to it, you wouldn't ever actually get the virus because you'd had a vaccine. Your body knows how to fight it off. So, for example, when I was pregnant with Clara, my first daughter, I got the flu virus, I got the whooping cough virus vaccine when I was still pregnant with her, so that when she was even still in my belly, she'd have a bit of a defense for the whooping cough when she was born. And then, of course, as she grew up, she got vaccines at different appointments that she went to, as you guys have all done. And so she can't get any of those diseases that she got a vaccine for, or she's very, very, very unlikely to. So that's really cool. It's a major way that the world is able to now defend itself from major illnesses. So that's the third line of defense. But what I really want you to take away is, how do we take care of this amazing system that the Lord has given us to defend our bodies? How do we take care of it? And that takes us back to the very beginning of the year, when we all studied about our health, how to take care of ourselves, how to take care of yourselves, and how to take care of your immune system is the same stuff that we talked about at the very beginning of the year. We'll go over 6 in particular. Get plenty of sleep. I cannot emphasize it enough. We emphasized it a bunch at the beginning of the year. I can't emphasize it enough. Please, please, please get enough sleep. Try to get at least 10 hours. As children, you need that. Your body fights diseases off in your sleep, and you need to rest your body for it to be able to do that throughout the day and the night. Also, refined sugar, such as candy, pop, soda, which is the same thing, donuts, all sorts of, things that are delicious. I'm not saying to never, ever, ever eat it, but it is bad for you, and it does put a damper on your immune system. Your immune system can no longer produce as many antibodies. I mean, it literally stifles your immune system in its production. If you have a sugar craving, I recommend eating a piece of fruit. I am trying to do that more, especially being pregnant and wanting to keep my immune system up. Fruit is particularly good, and that way I don't eat as much sugar. Also, limit caffeine. Caffeine raises the cortisol levels in your body, which can harm your immune system. Junk food is the same thing. Don't overindulge in caffeine or junk food. But more importantly than food, water. They actually say in a study by a zoologist that basically it concluded that drinking enough and getting properly hydrated was even more important and more helpful for your immune system than a proper diet and eating right. So definitely you need water. You need water to be able to function, to be able to have your immune system function in a way that it can flush out and get rid of all the things that are attacking your body at all times. And it's not, it's one of those things, there's bacteria everywhere. So be taking care of yourself, okay? Because your body can take care of itself. It can defend itself, but not if you don't take care of your body. Exercise regularly. Don't sit around all day. That causes your immune system to go into somewhat of a slumber. You don't want that to happen. You want to keep it strong. You want to keep it pumping. So exercise. Exercise every day, every other day. That is very tricky to do when you're stuck at home. I realize this. I myself have been trying to do different things via YouTube exercise videos, or I will put on some music that I really like, and I will do like steps, going up and down a step on our staircase, and doing different knee lifts and things like that. Different things. It's not easy, and it's hard when you can't go and exercise with your friends. That is hard, but try to figure out an exercise routine that can work for you still, even being stuck at home, especially during this time. Just keep your immune system strong. Over-exercising, probably not going to be anybody's issue, but that can also compromise immune system. So if you're going over 90 minutes without breaks of intensive exercise, that can suppress your immune system. Highly doubt anybody's doing that much. And then lastly, but probably most importantly, all of your health is connected. Your social health, your mental health, your spiritual health are all intertwined and connected with your physical health. Your physical health is connected to all of them as well. So maintain healthy relationships. Maintain a healthy relationship with the Lord, first and foremost. Maintain a healthy relationship with your family, who you are living with, which is really important since you're spending so much time with them, and it can be harder to do with you spending so much time with them. So work on your relationships. Keep them strong. Keep that support. This is going to be a big bonding time for you guys with your families. So keep those relationships strong, and I hope that you are enjoying their company with your family. And don't forget your friends, you know, see if you can find those times to call and Zoom them or to just chat with them, text them. Something to maintain those relationships and those friendships during this time. So those are all some ways that you can help to keep your immune system strong, because it is an amazing system that the Lord has given you, and you need to take care of it. All right. Hello. I think I'm back into video. So that is it. I will miss making these for you guys. There's still the mystery science videos that you guys can look at. I know that we're going to send you a document for the summer of things to do. Feel free to do that. Oh, also, for this last science thing, I do have an assignment for you. I have a paper for you to either print, or you can just copy down on a scratch paper some goals for the summer, some health goals to stay healthy. It can be related to any of the things we talked about: exercise, water, food, friends, relationships, the relationship with the Lord, all of those things that affect your health. You can make a goal come up with 3 goals. You can write them down on the paper. It's attached to the checklist into the email. So you should be able to get access to that and fill that out and send a picture to your teacher. And that is it then. And then hopefully, you know, I'm not going to be able to check to see if you're doing these goals over the summer probably. If you want to check in with us, an email, that would be amazing. That'd be great. Let me know how it's going, how your summer's going. And we will see you in the fall. And really looking forward to seeing you in the fall. Miss seeing you guys. And also, just hope you have a wonderful summer. Love you guys.